Welcome to renenergy.com, your renewable energy and sustainability platform. At renenergy.com, we believe in the power of clean, sustainable energy to transform the way we live and work. That's why we offer a range of solutions for businesses and homeowners looking to switch to renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and water. Utilizing biofuels is thought to be a strategy to lessen our dependency on fossil fuels. Utilizing biofuels has a number of advantages, but it's crucial to make sure they're sustainable. One approach that may be used to evaluate the sustainability of biofuels is life cycle analysis. This method considers each stage in the production and use of a biofuel, from cultivating the crops through burning the fuel in a vehicle's engine. We may get a more accurate understanding of a biofuel's total environmental effect by taking a complete look at its life cycle. The objective is to ensure that we are utilizing biofuels in a manner that won't harm our planet over the long run. Due to our continued reliance on fossil fuels, we are already seeing the repercussions of climate change. Fortunately, biofuels have become a viable alternative energy source that might help us use less non-renewable energy. It's critical to comprehend how the environment is impacted throughout the life cycle of these biofuels in order to ensure that they are a part of a sustainable future. Consequently, life cycle analysis, LCA, has evolved into a very valuable technique for assessing and measuring how sustainable utilizing different sources of energy is. To ensure that there is as little damage as possible to both people and environment as we move toward a cleaner future, LCA examines a variety of elements including production, distribution, use, and disposal. LCA gives us a comprehensive perspective that satisfies our desire for dynamic renewable solutions by having a broad scope for evaluating the sustainability of biofuels. Biofuels as a source of energy. Energy sources called biofuels are created from biological materials like vegetable oil and agricultural waste. They are so distinguished from non-renewable fossil fuels as a source of renewable energy. The usage of biofuels as a viable alternative energy source has grown in popularity recently due to its sustainability. As the production of biofuels has increased, more study has been needed to determine how sustainable they really are. Life cycle analysis helps shed light on this. This research examines every step of the conversion of raw materials into useful forms of energy, enabling us to accurately determine the potential environmental effect of a particular fuel. Sustainability is important for biofuels. When assessing biofuels as a potential source of energy, sustainability is a crucial aspect to take into account. Because biomass is inherently renewable, examination of its life cycle, from production through sale and final disposal, is necessary to determine if it can really be categorized as sustainable. We will be able to utilize biofuels more effectively if we have a deeper knowledge of their whole life cycle. This will also provide us insight into how to reduce any possible negative environmental effects linked to them. Policymakers will ultimately be able to use biofuels as an alternative source of energy for many years to come by accumulating comprehensive data regarding their sustainability. Environmental points to consider. Life cycle analysis, LCA, is crucial for analyzing the effects of biofuel sustainability on the environment. LCA studies a product's whole lifetime, from conception to disposal, and offers information on the resources used and wastes produced during that time. This aids in identifying possible environmental implications and fostering the development of more sustainable decisions. A life cycle assessment, LCA, may be used to analyze the environmental benefits of various biofuel technologies for land transformation, carbon emissions, water consumption, and other important factors. To better comprehend a fuel's effect on the environment and determine its sustainability, all phases of its journey must be examined. 1. Land use. Land use is a crucial factor to take into account for the sustainability of biofuels since efficient and moderate land usage may have a significant influence on the creation of renewable energy. When assessing a biofuel's potential for sustainability, life cycle analysis is crucial since it enables stakeholders to comprehend how certain land uses may impact the environment. Land use has an impact on greenhouse gas emissions as well as variables like water availability and quality, soil fertility, biodiversity, possible habitat damage, and eradication of native plant groups. When properly carried out, land use analysis gives knowledge on the impacts that various crops or forms of land use have, allowing us to identify better paths for the development of sustainable biofuels and offering insight into renewable energy solutions. 2. Water use. It must be taken into account while evaluating the sustainability of biofuels. In certain places, taking water out of aquifers to irrigate crops for biofuel production might deplete groundwater supplies. This may result in a lower water table, putting even more strain on regional economies and ecosystems that depend on aquifer systems for water. Additionally, it is well known that the manufacturing of various biofuel sources need huge quantities of clean water for feedstocks like algae-sourced diesel fuel, which puts extra stress on wastewater treatment facilities due to overload. Understanding these effects and assessing the genuine sustainability of any biofuel source requires life cycle analysis. 3. Emissions of greenhouse gases. Many people believe that the growing use of biofuels as an alternative energy source is better for the environment because of its relative sustainability. However, determining a prospective user's environmental impact before committing to their usage might be challenging. Here is where life cycle analysis comes into play, since it offers a thorough evaluation of all of the inputs necessary and outputs created from utilizing the biofuel itself, from production through disposal. Using this information, decision makers may choose, utilize, and dispose of biofuels that emit the fewest greenhouse gases feasible. Biofuels are well positioned to succeed in assisting in the reduction of harmful greenhouse gas emissions wherever feasible with the proper life cycle analysis data and management approach instruction. Economic and social factors of biofuels. The sustainability of biofuels is largely determined by social and economic factors. A thorough life cycle study may provide light on how biofuels may affect the local economy in various ways, such as via the creation of jobs and possible trade revenue. It may also guide judgments regarding distributive justice by examining how sectors that rely on the production of biofuels could influence socioeconomic disparities and effects on people's livelihoods or underprivileged neighborhoods. Furthermore, by comprehending the possibility of price manipulation in certain nations or areas owing to monopoly-like circumstances, stakeholders may be better educated about the advantages and disadvantages of the large-scale deployment of novel energy sources, such as biofuels. 1. Energy autonomy. Many nations, as well as people, aspire to energy independence, and at the core of this aspiration is the idea of decreasing or eliminating dependency on non-renewable fossil fuels. This is where biofuels may assist, since they are a growingly common energy source that contributes to this objective. To guarantee this solution's long-term viability, life cycle analysis must be used to carefully assess its sustainability. Such studies might reveal hazards and possible weak areas that need to be addressed with mitigation measures by taking a thorough look at the whole life cycle. Therefore, maintaining the genuine sustainability of biologic fuels and fostering energy independence both rely heavily on life cycle analysis. 2. Economic expansion. When addressing the usage of more modern energy sources, environmental sustainability is often compared to economic development. In this discussion, biofuels provide an unusual choice since they emit much less environmental gases than conventional gasoline while still allowing consumers to benefit from economic advantages due to their cheap price. A dependable supply of biofuels must be maintained while upholding environmental norms, and policymakers must make well-informed decisions to make this happen. Life cycle analysis, LCA, is a crucial tool for evaluating the cost-effectiveness and sustainability of biofuel production. 3. Security of food. Impacts on food security result from the rising use of biofuels since some formerly utilized agricultural land is now being substituted with biofuel crops. The availability and cost of basic crops, as well as farmer earnings, are directly impacted by this shift in land usage. This is a crucial factor to take into account when doing a life cycle analysis so that workable solutions may be found that strike a balance between the demand for renewable energy sources and preserving the world's food security. To do this, we must also evaluate other energy sources, such as renewable energy technology, to make sure our efforts don't impact communities that rely on access to food. An overview of how important sustainability is for biofuels. The viability of biofuels as a substitute for conventional fuels is heavily dependent on sustainability. Stakeholders may use life cycle analysis to determine the cost-effectiveness and environmental effects of utilizing biofuels. To determine how effective any process is, such study takes into account prospective sources, transportation expenses, manufacturing techniques, end uses, and disposal procedures. Therefore, life cycle analysis offers important insights into how to use and improve biofuel sources to guarantee their sustainability while supplying society's expanding energy demands. Therefore, sustainable expansion in the usage of biofuels is crucial to preserving their long-term viability as a trustworthy and affordable energy source. Life cycle analysis's role in promoting sustainability. A crucial technique for determining the environmental effects of producing biofuels, both good and negative, is life cycle analysis, LCA. It enables businesses to assess every aspect of their processes, from fuel creation to disposal, and to assess how sustainably those processes are carried out. With LCA, it is possible to evaluate several sustainability factors during the course of a product or process, including energy efficiency, water consumption, air emissions, land use, and soil pollution. In order to make sure they are generating biofuels in a sustainable manner that also minimizes their environmental effect, organizations may find chances for environmental improvement with the aid of this thorough investigation. Companies may use LCA to assess the success of their sustainability initiatives by examining the total effects throughout their whole value chain. Future factors and prospective directions for the development of sustainable biofuels. The use of biofuels as an alternative is gaining popularity as the globe struggles with a changing climate and a growing dependence on non-renewable energy sources. If the inefficiencies connected to present manufacturing processes are addressed by life cycle analysis, then this potential to decrease carbon emissions and boost sustainability might be utilized. It will be feasible to spot areas for improvement and create optimization models that enable optimum efficiency by looking at every phase of the biofuel production cycle, including raw material procurement, manufacture, transportation, and end usage. Such an evaluation may also provide light on the sustainable resource management techniques used, from resource extraction through processing and consumption. Developing biofuel systems that are both commercially and environmentally sustainable requires addressing potential problems at every step of the life cycle. Thank you for choosing ReneEnergy.com as your go-to source for all things renewable energy and sustainability. With our YouTube channel, we explore the latest developments and innovations in the field, including hydrogen fuel cells and the use of AI and machine learning to optimize energy consumption. If you're ready to take the next step towards a cleaner, more sustainable future, visit us at ReneEnergy.com and discover the many ways we can help you transition to renewable energy. Thank you for watching and subscribing. Stay up to date on all the latest news and insights by subscribing today.